guys, so I have just realised that I actually haven't made a video about this, so here I am making a video. We are getting a dog. We still haven't worked out what dog to get, which dog. I know that I'm getting a rescue dog, which is why it's been so hard looking for one. And, that fits the bill. We want to make sure that we get the perfect dog because, well, like, as perfect as it can possibly be, because we did not get the perfect cat when we went to get a cat. Like we thought he was okay for a week and then he wasn't. So we're making sure that this is the right dog. So far we've looked at a lot of rescues, and there's been one that's like, oh, this looks really good, and then it'll be on hold, or oh, this looks really good, and then they'll reply and say, oh, actually this dog has this problem that we didn't mention in the description. So if you don't know anything about me, so I've been wanting a dog to train as a service dog for 3 years? I don't know. But in like March, my support rabbit who functioned and was trained at the quality of a service animal, she passed away. Well, like, I had to put her down, and she was already, like, I was training my other rabbit to be her replacement anyway. She was already very sick. So, like, for a while, I've wanted a service dog, and then when she passed away, and I'd already rehomed my cat, that had a big dog-sized gap in my amount of pets. And Mum said, okay, if you get another rabbit or another pet, there is no chance in me letting you get a dog. And that at that point, it didn't mean that she was actually considering getting a dog. It just meant that she was considering getting a dog. She wanted to be very clear that there was nothing certain. She hadn't even considered getting a dog. She was considering getting a dog. And that just slowly went up to considering getting a dog. And she didn't actually say when she was then considering to get a dog. It was just, she's not considering to get a dog. We're in that big gap for all these months, and then now it was, and then last month it was, alright, we're going to get a rescue. Just need to talk to my brother about it. My brother was fine with it. I mean, he wouldn't, he's not like, yay, a dog, but he's basically like, yep, I guess we're getting a dog, as long as it's the right dog. And he knows that I'm, making sure that it is a dog that suits his needs, so, yeah. So, this dog needs a lot of different things. It needs to fit my mum and my brother's thing of, being calm and not jumping up, not really licking, like, it can lick, but not like licking everyone. And like, just won't get in my brother's face. He likes his social space, and this dog, and a lot of dogs will come up and run up to you and jump up on you and be like, hi. And I know that dogs have to sniff, and my brother will just have to face that reality that a dog will need to sniff you. But other than that, we would like the dog to basically leave my brother alone. My mum can handle a dog saying hi, but she would prefer it not to. She would also like the dog to look, you know, slightly appealing. One of the dogs that I've been looking at and I thought looked amazing, Mum's like, okay, I need to find this dog appealing. And I'm like, oh, you don't find this dog appealing? And she's like, well, I guess if there's no other option, we could do this dog. But, yeah. She said that, one of these dogs, let's just switch this aside, that has most of the rescues in my area attached to it. And these are some of my dog favorites. But a lot of them are only my favorites because they have small descriptions. My landlords and my mum are looking for a small dog, but I would really like a bigger dog, but there's also, the bigger the dog, the bigger the prices are as well. But I think it's worth it. So, for example, this is Iris, but she's kind of big. I mean, this is her compared to a medium, or what I call a medium dog. This is her compared to like a Staffy-sized dog, and a Heeler, or Australian Cattle. This is her compared to, I believe this is Sherlock, a Great Dane, the biggest dog. So I don't think she's that big of a dog. I don't think that I would call her like small to medium. I would not call her large. And like, I thought at first that just meant that she was growing because she was massive, but she's 4 years old. She's not going to grow any bigger. So I don't know. But yeah, it said somewhere in here that she just knows when you're upset or sick and she won't leave you. And that intuition can save like up to 6 months worth of training. So that would be amazing, but my mum doesn't find her advertising. She said that she almost looks scary. You know, she doesn't look like a fluffy, lovable dog in my mum's eyes. I guess I can see that, I don't know. There's these two dogs that will probably go on hold pretty quickly. There's only like these 5 fluffy dogs in this entire list of 56. I really want a fluffy dog because both my sensory issues, well, not issues, just my sensory stuff, and because that's cuter to all of our aesthetics. So now that there's these 2 dogs, there's 5 fluffy dogs that aren't on hold. But before it was just these 3 dogs, Willow, where did it go? And when I say fluffy, I mean just like not to the skin like that, you know. Yeah. I already forgot the one up there's name. Simba and I forgot how to say this one. But you know, this beautiful love-shaped dog. And the rest of them, like little Tessa here, are on hold. The rest of the fluffy ones, I mean. Look at this one, it's a corgi mix. Yeah. Like Lockie looked really cute, but the description doesn't say too much, and it's like medium to big dog. Like, it really depends on what you describe as, like, what did the landlords mean when they said small? Did they mean like it had to be a toy dog, or like Staffy? Does that count as small? Because that counts as small to me. I wouldn't call Staffies a big dog. And I wouldn't call them a medium because I'd call like golden retrievers medium. Like, this dog looks really cute, but he's also on hold. But look at the, like, look at that ruffleness. Yeah, and now these 2 have just like turned up on the website today. I have inquired for Boris. I'm going to talk to Mum about Bobby later. but he does have some things that I'm like, I don't know if he'll work. Like, like it says that he probably won't get along with cats, and my rabbit. Most of the time, if a dog gets along with a cat, it'll get along with my rabbit. So the fact that it probably won't get along with cats might mean that it might not get along with rabbits. And there's just those sort of little things that I'm like, I don't know if this is right. He looks a lot like my dog that I used to call my cousin. Because it was my aunties and uncles only, like, thing. I don't want to say kid. It was the closest thing I had to a cousin for a while on my mum's side. Now they have 2 kids. Like, that was 12 years ago now. It's crazy. Look at these. Look at this cute fish. Anyway, that one's a poodle mix. This one is a full poodle, and I like the full poodles a lot better, even though it is miniature. I love the poodle. Like, before, my top 3 breeds, like, to get was a standard poodle, a golden retriever, and a what are they called? Irish wolfhound. And they are all not considered small dogs, let's just say. So now it's like a miniature poodle, a Shiba, not a Shiba, a Shih Tzu, John Fusee, those are my favourite small dogs. Maltesers are cute. Maltese, you know, the little white ones that aren't bichons. So I'm looking for a dog. There's a lot of different qualities we would need for a dog. We would need it to be calm. We would need it to get along with guinea pigs or rabbits. We would need it to have the things that a service dog would need, like, you know, not get too unsettled by noisy things like cars. I mean, if I can train a rabbit, I can train in a scared dog, but I would prefer it to, you know, not take as long as it does with a rabbit. You know, the easier and quicker the better. But you know, I'm willing to do everything. But then, like, my mum wants a well-behaved, well-mannered dog. Like, we can't have a dog that isn't toilet trained already. Not because I don't think that I could train a dog to be toilet trained. My mum just wouldn't be able to handle mistakes. You know what I mean? Even, like, if it was pouring down with rain, I would need to train the dog to, like, do it on the balcony, or to have a litter box for those times. You know, like, when I say a litter box, I mean, like, a reusable, environmental friendly pee pad sort of thing. So yeah, there's a lot of requirements we want for this dog, and yeah, it's very hard to find. But if you can think of a dog that fits this stuff, and that is in New South Wales, Australia, the closer to the northern beaches, Beacon Hill, the better. That's where I live. Then let me know. Like, put a link in the comments. Yeah. So small is better, but my mum is willing to, like, talk to the landlords if we can't find a suitable small dog. But I'm still putting big dogs, like, on my wish list. But you know, we'll see. like, I think if Iris looked more like what Mum was looking for and was more fluffy, then there would have been a lot bigger chance that she would have talked to the landlords about her. But, you know, she hasn't. Iris is the one that has that intuition with people feeling upset and stuff. And I do really like staffies, and Mum doesn't mind them either. A staffy look, you know. I think it'd be very cute to get a staffy and call it Hippo. Yeah, and tell me your super cute names down below that are like character names that like one of my things is like I always wanted to get a Labrador and call it Peanut Butter, Mr. Peanut Butter. or like this dog here, he seemed perfect, and like Sooty's a cute name, but we thought that he looked just like an Ewok, and so like naming dogs after characters that they have to really suit, you know, they have to really match it. Like it would be really cute to call a dog Crypto, from the most recent Superman movie. Like that one could have been a cute Crypto. I guess Sam could be a cute Crypto, but doesn't really have the look my mum's looking for, and it has really short thing. There is a dog called Fluffles in, I think it's called A Close Shave in what's it called, in the Wallace and Gromit like special movie thing. So we thought that she looked a lot like that dog, especially with those eyes, but again, she's on hold. So yeah, tell me if you've got any of those amazing names that you really want to call a dog. Like Simba is a very, like, it sounds like a cat name to me. What would you call this dog? This is such a majestic, beautiful dog. What would you call him? I'm like, Lockie sounds like a very, it just doesn't look like a Lockie to me, and I don't like giving dogs human names, so what would you call this dog? I guess it would have to go with my food theme, because I've got maple syrup, the bunny, and apple strudel and picnic, the guinea pigs. So that would be good, but like we can change it up for the dog. It just needs to suit the dog and work, you know. Like there are names that I could keep as well. Like Cookie is a cute name that I think suits this guy. But like my mum wouldn't like this sort of look because of the eyes and the like these are just a bit too flabby, like that mouth thing. She's not a fan of that. Like I thought the patch looked really cute, and the description went a bit well, but Mum didn't like how it looked like he was kind of bold with the tummy, and said that we would only get a dog like Patch if it was like our last resort sort of thing. Yeah, and you know, there are better dogs than Patch. You know, that fit better to the description. Patch was just the closest to a small dog that that fit the description at the time that I was talking to Mum about it. So we've been properly looking since Halloween. This is what we've got so far. Please send me your links, but also just express your excitement with me, because I've wanted a dog for as long as I can remember. I've wanted to get a dog to train as a service dog for like 3 years. Been doing that much research, you know. So yeah, please support me. Thank you guys. Bye.